Good morning, friends. Hello, everybody. सबको मेरा नमस्कार. So, in this session, I will show you the simple tactics and simple strategic points of chess. I have already discussed the movement of pieces and the basic mates by rook, queen, and two bishops. So, we'll discuss about the simple tactical points and other features in today's session. Now, let's say all of us know now that the pawn reaches the last rank can bring a new queen. Now white has the move and white can push the pawn to promote queen. He can push one or he can push two. Now let's say he pushes two moves. Now black trying to stop. He cannot stop. Now the point is there is a rule of square. I mean here here when the pawn push square is this. So if black manages to reach into the square it can draw the game. अगर ब्लैक स्क्वायर के अंदर पहुंच जाएगा तो गेम ड्रॉ हो जाएगा लेकिन वो स्क्वायर नहीं पहुंच सकता है if he is here if suppose king is here he can reach the square but the king is not able to reach square and the pawn goes now the square has become even smaller so he goes now square even smaller he cannot reach and it is winning now. But imagine I make a small change in the position. Suppose, let us say, the king is over here, black king, and now white to play. White will push the pawn. Now, this is the square. This is the square. Now, black is able to reach. So, he can catch the pawn and draw. Push, he can catch. He can catch. So, the whole point is now the rule of square, it is important to know. Okay. So, he is getting into the square and can draw the game. So, a small change changes the result. Now the king on g3, it is lost, but king on f3 he can catch. Let us say a4. Now this is the square. And black reaches the square, but he will lose the game because this is the path and his own pawn is blocking the path. उसका ही pawn उसको block कर रहा है. तो ये स्क्वायर में होते हुए भी हार जाएगा. हार जाएगा. Now he cannot reach. So he comes here, the pawn is going. So this is the point. So a player should understand that you have to get into square and also the path should be clear. सिर्फ स्क्वायर पे पहुंचना काफी नहीं है रास्ता क्लियर होना चाहिए. It is very important. So one more question about square. Say king. Now let us say the king is coming here, maybe here, and I think square we have done. We will go to the next thing. Go to the next thing. About pins and forks, I will discuss now. Now, this is the position white has to play. So, white plays rook e1 and now attacking the queen. The queen cannot go. It is illegal because the king is placed. So, this is called a pin. Now, the queen is lost. But supposing we put a pawn here, the queen can move. So, the queen is pinned now. So, I will show you another possibility. Now, white to play. So, what should white do? Simply attack the queen and the queen cannot move because it is lost. Pin. Now, if you make queen here, it is not good because queen for queen is equal. But queen is 9 point here. This is 9 point. This is 5 point. So 5 point, come and win the 9 point, winning the game. Now this position is black to play. So black can create a pin. ब्लैक के पास एक कोई पिन होगा, पिन है जिसमें से ब्लैक जीत जाएगा. जरा से सोचिए, आपके पास ब्लैक स्क्वायर बिशप है, आपके पास व्हाइट स्क्वायर बिशप है, ये दोनों वही व्हाइट डायगोनल में है. तो हमको क्या करना चाहिए? जरा सोचिए एक, अगर 30 सेकेंड्स. सिंपल. बिशप कम्स एंड पिन्स, विनिंग. अभी रूक हिलेगा नहीं. नाउ किंग कम्स, बिशप टेक्स रूक एंड विनिंग. सो वी शुड नोटिस अ पिन डायगोनल पे, फाइल पे रूक पिन करेगा, डायगोनल पे बिशप पिन करेगा. सो दिस इज a pin, badly placed rook pin and rook is lost. Okay, यहाँ पर एक पिन है. Let us discuss only pin and fork today. यहाँ पर भी एक पिन है, जरा सोचिए. White can pin some strong piece and win the game. How can you win? Pin. The bishop comes and pins. Because queen cannot take. Knight is supporting that. Now, I can, white wants to castle quickly. He can play bishop here. But this is not dangerous. Then he will play bishop here and there is no pin. But now, we should take advantage of the situation. Bishop pin. Whatever you do, it is lost. Bishop takes, now castle. White is queen versus bishop. So pin. Let's see another pin. Now there is a pin here, but little bit complicated. Please think, what can you do? थोड़ा complicated किया मैंने. आपके पास बिशप है, तो ये मार दो. वो मारेंगे वो ब्लैक. अभी पिन एंड विनिंग. सो अभी डायरेक्ट पिन है तो आप देख सकते हैं. बट हियर बिशप हैज टू रेडी. You don't have time. Suppose you play rook here, idea, I want to pin, then he will run away. and now this is not working. Bishop will knight will move. इसीलिए हमको एट द मोमेंट हम रुक दे रहे हैं नाइट के लिए, हम 5 पॉइंट दे रहे हैं 3 पॉइंट के लिए, लेकिन आफ्टर कैप्चर द बिशप विल पिन एंड द रूक इज लॉस्ट, कैनॉट डिफेंड, किंग दूर है, लॉस्ट. सो लेट अस सी सम मोर पिन. दिस पोजीशन ब्लैक टू प्ले, ब्लैक के पास कोई पिन है, जरा सोचिए, मैं 30 सेकंड देता हूँ हर पोजीशन को. 30 सेकंड हो गया. पिन, बिशप आया और रूक इज लॉस्ट. तो हमको पिन को नोटिस करना चाहिए, पोजीशन को, दोनों डायगोनल पे है और वीक है. सपोज पॉन यहाँ पर है, ये पिन नहीं होगा. नाउ डायगोनल इज नॉट क्लियर, बट नाउ इट इज विनिंग. ओके, दिस पोजीशन आल्सो पिन. आप कहां पर पिन है देखिए जरा. व्हाइट इज विनिंग विद द पिन. व्हाइट के पास कोई एक पिन है, देखिए. White comes here. Now the rook is attacked and king, so he cannot move the rook. Illegal move. And now he cannot support the rook. Lost. अगर हम रूक को ऐसा अटैक करेंगे भाग जाएगा. But here the rook is lost. Pin. This is a dangerous pin. Pin. Pin means, you know, we attack a piece which cannot move legally. यहाँ पर भी एक पिन है, जरा सोचिए, थिंक. Yes, this is the one. पिन. अभी ये जो पिन आया है, इट इज लॉस्ट, द नाइट इज लॉस्ट. आएंगे तो मार देगा, हटेगा मार देगा. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड सम मोर पिन्स. थोड़ा और दिखाता है पिन में आपको. दिस पोजीशन actually he plays pawn push and knight is attacked. Now the bishop is pinning the knight. But if you take it, there is nothing. So you attack with the pawn. Pawn is 1 point. Knight is 3 point. So I want to take, और ये knight हिल नहीं सकता. So and taking advantage, king का फायदा उठाना है and winning the game. तो पीस चला गया. 1 पॉइंट देकर हम 3 पॉइंट ले लिए. This position also there is a pin. Black to play this time. Black to play. There is a pin. Think. क्या करेंगे ब्लैक? सो द बिशप कम्स हियर, नाइट का सपोर्ट है उसको, so bishop comes here, attack, queen cannot take, knight will take the queen, and queen cannot move because the pin. So some more pins and then I will take you to fork play. Winning, black is winning. Bishop के लिए queen गया, we win material. आपको मैं बताया queen 9 point, rook 5 point, bishop and knight 3 point, pawn 1 point. When you see a game, I told you the queen is 9 point, rook is 5 point, bishop and knight 3 point, pawns 1 point. So यहाँ पर क्या हुआ, हमने बिशप दिया और क्वीन को गया, तो 3 पॉइंट के बदले में हमको 9 पॉइंट मिला। मटेरियल जीतने के बाद हम जीत जाएंगे। so, अभी अगेन द सेम क्वेश्चन आया घूम, यहाँ पर भी एक पिन है, व्हाइट पिन के सहारे जीतेगा। कहां पर पिन करेगा व्हाइट, जरा सोचिए, थिंक वेयर व्हाइट कैन विन। दिस इज अ पिन, द रूक, दोनों का कंट्रोल है यहाँ पर, तो दिस क्वीन विल बी लॉस्ट, रूक, नाउ द क्वीन इज पिन, the king cannot move, queen cannot move. If he takes it, the bishop is there, and if you go here, I will take it. नतीजा, मैंने 5 पॉइंट के बदले 9 पॉइंट मिला और मेरे पास बिशप है, जीत जाएगा। दिस इज एक्स्ट्रा मटेरियल। हमको चेस में हमें बेसिक टैक्टिक्स, बेसिक स्ट्रेटेजी और बेसिक ओपनिंग के बारे में हमको मालूम होना चाहिए। तो मैं डायरेक्ट ओपनिंग में नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ गेम में, क्योंकि हमको बेसिक कंसेप्ट आना चाहिए। सपोज वी से गिव ए थ्रेट विन ए मटेरियल, देन आप बोलेंगे कैसा। सो फर्स्ट वी नो दैट विनिंग बिगर पीस फॉर अ स्मॉल पीस। देखिए अभी गेम में व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, हमने 5 पॉइंट किया, क्वीन मिला। सपोज हमको एक पीस मिलेगा पॉन के बदले में, अच्छा है। हमको रूक के बदले में क्वीन मिलेगा, तो ये अच्छा है, वी विन मटेरियल। नतीजा क्या हुआ, तो उसका क्वीन चला गया रूक के बदले में। So these are elementary tactics. We should learn the elementary tactics. Then we should learn how to convert the material, small material advantage in end game. First, let us see some elementary tactics. Today's topic pin and fork. So यहाँ पर pin है. So यहाँ पर अभी ये queen and king same line में है. That means if I bring rook, it is lost. अभी अभी हम अगर नहीं करेंगे, so let us say हम लोग will play this, then this is black wins. Black will win the game. Queen check. I cannot take. There is a support, so it will be taking illegal move, and it is checkmated. But white finds the correct move, rook here, and now the queen is attacked and lost. He can't move. He cannot move. It is lost. So pin and that is winning. Pinning and winning. Okay, यहाँ पर white to play. White के पास कोई पिन है. कौन सा पीस को हम पिन कर सकते हैं ब्लैक का, जरा सोचिए, प्लीज थिंक। क्वीन, अब तो ये नाइट बचेगा नहीं, पिन हो गया. सपोज द क्वीन वाज हियर, ये नहीं होगा, क्वीन आ जाएगा. सपोज क्वीन कहीं यहाँ पर है, तो ये पिन नहीं, ब्लैक विल डिफेंड, बट क्वीन कैनॉट कम, तो पीस इज लॉस्ट. सो पिन दैट हमको नोटिस करना चाहिए. Position is black to play. So please think black is winning game because there is a pin, but it is two moves, no direct one move. For example, this is in one move, pin, but the next move is not in one move. A pin comes in two moves. Please think for a moment. Can you capture something? Thereafter, the pin will come. White can play queen exchange. Black will take the queen, but then they are in the same diagonal. So the pin, now it is lost. Rook cannot move. The bishop attacking rook, the king is there, so rook cannot move. Lost. He will come take it. So we have to see a pin is created. There is no direct pin here. No direct pin. Now this is bad move. If you do this, he will give rook check, and now he will take this. White is winning. So first take, and now clear cut pin. Okay. Now this position, one more pin, but it is not effective here. Immediately. Now we bring a pin. The rook and queen king in the same diagonal. So we come and give a pin. Now immediately you are not winning because black has a defense. Black बचाएगा उसको. But अभी आप जीत रहे हैं. You attack the pin piece. Pin piece को अटैक कीजिए. Queen in rook में कोई फायदा नहीं है. You lose the queen for rook, but we attack. The pawn is now attacking 1 point, attacking 5 points. The rook cannot move. So pin piece you should attack. Lost. You cannot move, and next move I take pawn into. Giving 1 point, I get 5 points. He will come here, I take, and I win the game. So pin, you not immediately winning, but you can attack and win. Pin piece. This is पर pin है. White to play and win. You have to capture something and create a pin. Please think. There is no direct pin inside. अभी कोई पिन दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, बट आप कुछ कैप्चर कर सकता है जहां से आपको पिन मिले. सोचिए जरा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, हम नाइट से पॉन मारे. वी won a pawn. द क्वीन मारेगा तो पिन आ जाए. अगर नहीं मारेगा तो हम पॉन जीत गए, तो इट इज विनिंग. 1 pawn एक्स्ट्रा एंड दैट इज विनिंग. सो मारेगा तो क्वीन गई. अभी बिशप विल अटैक द क्वीन एंड द पिन. सो This is creating a tactical target, creating a pin. There is no immediate pin, but taking the pawn, we, we create a pin if he takes it. See this question. Yeah. अभी एक और अलग टाइप का थीम है पिन में ही अभी ये जो पॉन है ये पॉन अटैक वन एंड टू बट हियर्स डिफेंस but at the moment the bishop is unprotected, there is no support to the bishop, so we capture the pawn. Now white can win a pawn by taking knight into pawn and black cannot take. If he takes he will win the bishop. Result क्या हुआ? Result, we won a pawn. at the moment at the moment we see सात pawn है, दोनों के पास सात pawn है और दो दो पीस है. White के पास सात pawn, black के पास सात pawn, seven pawns, and now bishop and knight each. But the pin, knight into pawn, pawn into bishop takes capture bishop. So result, white is one extra pawn and giving a threat also. The threat also. Winning. So the knight is trapped. Whatever you do, knight has no square. So you come here, pawn push. No, not push immediately. Maybe this should win because knight cannot go anywhere. So this is very important to know that taking advantage of pin. यहाँ पर पिन का फायदा उठा रहा है, ये पॉन पिन है अभी because they are unprotected. So we can win a pawn, and when he captures, we win the bishop. So knight into pawn, pawn into and bishop. That means the pawn is pinned here. The pawn is pinned. Now where is this? Okay, white to play and create a pin. White should take the pawn. White should take the pawn, winning one pawn. In case he takes, a pin is coming. So take the pawn. Free. Now queen can take legally, but when the queen takes it, the queen will run into a pin because of rook lost. So creating a pin, sometimes there is a direct pin available. Sometimes we have to create a pin. Excuse me. Now this is just pin piece, pin. So you just attack pin piece and lost. The pin piece cannot be saved. But then I can take and winning the pawn. One extra piece. So notice the pin in the position. This is the pin. Now this piece is pinned. When a smaller piece is targeting a bigger piece on the way, this is a pin. Knight cannot move. Knight cannot move. Bishop will be lost. That means you attack the piece one more time. You attack the piece one more time. Notice it is wrong to attack this way. This is not correct because you will have counter attack. आप मारेंगे वो भी मार देगा. So this is the right square, not wrong square, or this is a wrong square. We come attack. So he will bring. Now we have two here two. One two. Here is also one two. Support to the knight. One more attack. I think third support he cannot bring. And black must lose the piece. So we get used to more pin positions. Then I go to forward. Now this is a pin piece. The queen is against the king. So this is a pin piece. So if you attack the pin piece, it is lost because I attack. Suppose the king was somewhere here, he can win. But now he cannot take. It is illegal. It is illegal because the queen is against the king. So he has to take the queen only. But then rook and rook check first. I will take the queen. I will take. But what is the hurry? Take the rook with a check. Now the king is in check. No time for queen to move. So you come here and then is winning. That means the situation, the pin piece should be attacked, winning the game. There are many times we get such situation. So I'm just giving example. Is now black to play. So black to play, there is a pin that king, king and rook the same diagonal. That means the queen can come here and attack pin. Now the queen comes here or queen comes here. Which is better? We have square this and this. Which is better? Correct move is this. If you play queen here is not so good because queen can attack and give a support. Whereas queen coming here, he will give a support. But then we have attacking the rook and winning. But it is wrong thing. We come here because he will attack the queen and there is a support. There is no time. Now the queen is attacked and you lose all the advantage. That is why go to the correct pin, correct square. Now whether you support with the king, whether you support with the queen, whatever pawn push and the rook is lost. Next question. Let me see the where a pin is available. Just a minute here. Where it is white to play. I want to see where. Yeah. Now at the moment, rook is against the queen, and the bishop is in the good diagonal. So can you see white is winning with the because of a pin position? How? The rook is pinned. He cannot capture because rook into queen. So here this is a pin. And this is also a pin. So both the pieces there are two pins. You cannot capture. The pawn is pinned. You cannot capture. Okay. What of this position? This is white to play. White to play. White is winning. White is winning. So you can bring the bishop and pin the knight. No, no, no. I think this is not good. He will bishop will run away. So knight into bishop, and he will capture the knight and then pin. So you capture the knight. आपने पीस लिया तो पीस लेगा. He will capture. The knight will come and take it. So knight takes knight, and then winning. So this is now a pin. That means at the moment there is no direct pin, but we create a pin by taking. We have taken a piece. Black has to take, otherwise you will be material down. So take, and now winning the game, winning the knight, and winning the game slowly. यहाँ पर है अभी. White to play, there is a pin. White to play. White played castle. Black took the pawn. This is a blunder. Black is getting a pawn free, but he walks into a pin. So it is winning the queen now. Pin. Black to play and win. Black plays queen into rook. Why? He is giving 9 point for a 5 point. But after capture, recapture, he pin and winning. The situation has come. The queen cannot escape now. Because of the king is in the same diagonal, the queen cannot escape. Illegal move. And if you capture, knight is there. So now black is material up. So we have seen some pins. Now we'll go to fork. Okay. So this is a last pin I will show that I can take the pawn. Maybe I'll take this. I will take this pawn because you cannot capture. The bishop is pinning the pawn. This pawn is pinned. So queen check. He cannot capture pin. And now this queen check and mate. Next move, he will come and checkmate. So why checkmate? The king cannot capture. The bishop is watching the square. So when the king cannot capture a supported piece, so he has nowhere to go. The queen is watching the square, this square. So king is mated. Checkmate. So let's go now to fork. To back rank, back rank. Rather back rank, I will go. Back rank. This is a back rank mate. Rook takes check and check. It is called mate. Back rank. But if the pawn was here, it is not a mate. King can come up. So let us see some back rank mate. White to play and give a back rank mate. White queen is, this is 9 point. This is 5 point. But we give a check. Let him capture 9 point. He will take it. But then we give a check and it is a checkmate. So this is called back rank mate. Then we give the check on the last rank and the king cannot escape. Suppose the pawn is here, it is not a mate. The king can come up. But now he cannot come up. Now white to play and give a back rank mate. Very easy. Please find out. There is no back rank guard for black. So white can give a back rank mate. How? He comes here, take it. He will come here, take it. Lost. But if your rook is here, there is no mate. Rook would have defended. So check and lost. Now there is a back rank mate. You see, you have three on the square. So we can give the queen. We know rook will take the queen. Queen is 9 point, rook is 5 point. Let him take, but we give another check. He will take. No, no other square. King cannot escape. Only, but then another check. The rook is supported. It is supporting. So king cannot take the rook. King cannot come. So it is checkmate. So back rank mate when the back rank is insufficient. But for example, there is a pawn here. There is no mate. The king can escape. White to play and there is a back rank win mate. I find out. आप सोचिए जरा एक मिनट. Then only you learn. We capture. Queen into rook. Giving the queen for 5 points. We take, but then back rank. Rook will come, we take and mate. So there is no direct back rank mate, but we create a back rank mate. Now this position, it is black to play. If you look at the material, I think white is little better. 1 point extra. 5 pawn and queen is more than 2 rooks and 3 pawns. 1 point. But it is black has the move and black wins by back rank mate. Now this is a bad move because queen is watching the square. You give a check, you will win. White will win. So you give this check. And now the king is lost. Mate. White king has nowhere to escape and he cannot run. Checkmate. So back rank mate. Let us see some more. This position is white to play. White to play and there is a back rank mate. Where we have three checks. See, we can give this check or this check or this check. Three squares. So right check is this. So these are not good. Suppose you come here. This is not good move. You can defend. Or here, the same thing. You can defend. You can defend. No mate. But we give this check. There is no chance for him to defend. Lost. Back rank back. So we have to choose the correct square. Back rank is weak, but not careless. We should think carefully. Right to play. Back rank mate. Now, now the bishop is watching the square. The king cannot come. So check. Mate. The king cannot come. The bishop is watching the square. So it is checkmated. White to play and give a back rank mate. Think for a moment. So we give take check. He will capture. check, lost. King cannot escape. Sorry. Yes. The position, white is winning because of back rank mate. Black to play, black can just make one move. Just pawn support and no mate. He is attacking the bishop and giving a threat. Black to play, he can defend and no win. But white to play, white can give check. Giving the queen. Rook takes queen, but then rook into rook capture. He will capture the rook, then checkmate. So we should see the back rank is insufficiently guarded. But let us say the bishop is here. Bishop is here. This is not a mate because bishop can defend. So this is important thing to notice that when a back rank mate is there, you should take advantage. White to play back rank mate because we have three on this point. One, two, three on this point. So here's two. So, so rook into rook wins. He will take, then rook check. He will take. He has to take. No, the king cannot escape. He has to take. But finally, we give a mate. So this is very important to know. Notice the back rank mate and we win very quickly, correctly. This is same situation. One, two, three attacking this. He has only one support. So rook takes rook. Oh no, no, no. There is no bet. Yeah, there is a rook is not there. Rook into rook winning. Queen into rook, and there is a checkmate. Notice, notice, if the king was here, there is no mate. King could run away. Now take, take. Now suppose imagine the king is here. It is not a mate. If it is here, he would have escaped. White to play. King cannot because the bishop is watching the square. King cannot come up. So check and mate. Check. You have to take and checkmate. Illegal to come here. The king has nowhere to escape. So it is checkmate. Let's see. White to play. White to play. White is giving checkmate. Because the knight is watching the square. The king cannot come. He cannot come. So you give a check. He will take check. He has to come here, check, and lost. He cannot come up. Knight is watching the square. So lost checkmate. Where is this white to play? White to play. The back rank mate. Bishop is watching the square. So the king cannot come. That means we have to give a correct check. So we have check here. But this is a bad move because queen will take it. How about this check? This check. Lost. If you come queen, I'll take. If you take bishop here, I will take and checkmate it. Mate. So it is lost only. But you have to give the correct check. This check it is black will win the game. Black will win. So give the correct square. Check and winning. Let us see this position. This position also back rank knight because the bishop indirectly, sorry, the bishop is indirectly watching the square. So we give a check. He has to take only, and to give another check, he cannot escape because the bishop is watching the square. Checkmated. Let's see some more. So backrang mate and pin. Today, two topics we covered. One more, few more questions of backrang. Because in the middle game, many times the backrang mate, backrang combination comes. So we should get used. My main idea. Next few lectures, I want to show you basic tactics and basic end. And then I will go to basic opening concept. Because if I go to opening, then it is difficult. When I say you are winning, then I cannot explain to pin while showing opening. So first I will discuss the basic tactics. Then I will go to basic end game positions. Then I will go to open. You should know how to win with extra one pawn. Rook and pawn, rook and pawn. Knight and pawn, knight and pawn. So let us go to some basic tactics. First topic was pin. Then I go to back rank. Now back rank mate. And then I will go to other topics of fork and also discover attack and everything. Here, back rank mat is there. So we give a check. Now he has to take another check and checkmate. The pawn is watching the squares. The king cannot escape. It is illegal. It is illegal. Pawn is watching. So the pawn, because of the pawn here, we get the back rank mate possible. The pawn controlling check and checkmate. Just a minute here. Just black is black to play. The pawn is watching important square. The king is not unable to come out. So black to play mate, check and mate. He will come one move, take another move, and take mated. This position also back rank mate, white to play. Please think where you can give a back rank checkmate. Check. He has to take no choice. But then pawn captures, become a queen and mate. So back rank has to be guarded. Sir, suppose pawn is here, it is not a mate. It is not a mate. So check, check and mate. White to play and mate. For example, we can give a check. You will capture, then promote queen and check. Mate, back rank. Knight is supporting. He cannot capture. White to play, there is a back rank mate. We have three checks. Check, check, and check. So this is the correct square. Because this is guarded by rook and this is guarded by bishop. So we should go careful, give queen check. And we take the bishop and mate. So even though back rank is weak, we should be careful चूजिंग द स्क्वायर हमको कौन सा स्क्वायर से चेक देना है ये ध्यान रखना है okay. This position it is white to play back rank mate. We have two checks. We can give a check here. Wrong. This is a wrong square. We can give a check here. Right square. If you give a check here, the bishop will take it. The bishop is watching the square. So check and take mate. Back rank. Now it is white to play. White to play, you have a check here. 1 and 2. But the knight and rook are watching this. But this check is a mate. So the correct move is queen takes rook and knight queen takes and mate. So you need to give the correct square. This is wrong. This is wrong move. This is the right move. Queen takes and winning back rank mate. Second mate. Black to play and give mate. I will flip the board so that you can think better. There is a back rank mate, black and if you look at the board, white has more material. White has two rooks, black has rook and bishop. But black to play now, he can give checkmate. Check. The king is forced. And then mate. So you give a check. Now the rook is watching the square. The king cannot come. So forced, only move. Forced move. But then back rank mate. But if it is white to play, white can make a room here. White can make a room. And there is no mate. King can go to g2 now. One more back rank. It is white to play. White to play back rank mate. So we have two rooks here. So sacrifice a rook. He will take it naturally. He will take it. Another rook. Now he will bring a bishop. But then the bishop also is watching the square. So checkmate. Back rank mate. So it is important to notice and the opportunity does not come always. We should strike when there is opportunity. Just a minute here. It is black to play. Black to play and there is a back rank mate. There is no direct mate, but you capture this, you will capture, and then there is a mate. Black to play, he can give the queen 9 point for 3 point. He will capture naturally. Now this check is bad, he will take it. But this is a good check. Check and nowhere to escape. He checkmated. He cannot come up. The rook is there watching. So by capturing, giving the queen, we create a back rank mate. One more position. White to play, and there is a mate. Simple. Now you have got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 are watching this. He has only one support. So queen into. He has to take, but then rook into queen is a checkmate. Checkmate. He can't escape. The point is, opportunity is there. Always you strike. Queen is 9 point, rook is 5 point. But we have another support. So checkmate. So friends, today two tactical points I showed: pin and back rank mate. You know that there are about at 25, 30 tactical motifs, and there are some end games. So first I will cover the basic tactical positions, basic tactical motive, and then I will take you to basic end game positions, and then I will give you basic opening ideas. Then we can play normal. So there are some coaches go straight away. So how to play a game, but then I say you pin. Then that time I have to explain. I say there is a back rank mat. That time I have to explain, or a fork. So better know these components first. Then it is easier to play a normal game. So thank you very much being with me on behalf of Aadarsh Amdavad and on behalf of Gujarat State Association. I would like to thank you being with me again. And next Sunday at 8 o'clock, I will be there on the same side. Kumara Namaskar. Take care and bye.